Now back to the discussion. You are listening to VIC Weekend Sports Talk Shows.
Welcome back to Cities of Champions. We're going to touch on the NBA real quick, but we also have to get into our brackets here. We've been competing over the last couple of weeks for the best bracket, and we all still have our champion alive, so that's encouraging to see. But before we get to that, we're going to talk about the Boston Celtics, because they just had pretty much the biggest win that you can have in the entire NBA. Took down the Oklahoma City Thunder on Thursday night. And yeah, they lost to Minnesota on Sunday, but if you can beat Oklahoma City, you can really beat anybody. The problem is it's because the three-pointers were hitting at a ridiculous rate. 43% of threes were hit against the Oklahoma City Thunder, whereas in that Minnesota loss, 27% of threes. So I guess when it comes down to it for these Celtics, it's any given night. But at the same time, I do like their chances if you extend it to a 7-game series. So I'm a little bit conflicted on whether they can make a title run despite still being live or die by the three.
I mean, to start, OKC has proven over the last couple weeks that they are human. They now have 16 losses on the season, which is so high. I don't know how they're doing it. They must feel so bad they have 16 losses.
Yeah, because they didn't even have double digits in 2025. Now you turn the calendar to 2026 and they're good, but they're not the same anymore.
They're beatable, which is encouraging for the Eastern Conference and everyone else around the Thunder that they are actually beatable at the moment. But for the Celtics, like you said, that three-point shooting is not sustainable over a long period of time. It'll happen from time to time. The Celtics are going to have games where they're draining their threes unlike no one else. But I don't think it's too much of a thing to worry about at the moment.
Yeah, what makes me confident that the Celtics are going to have the chance to go far this year is two things. Now that Jason Tatum's back, there's really only two things that I'm focused on in terms of the Celtics making a deep run. First of all, you have 7 games. This isn't the NCAA. It's not one and done. You can have a bad night and still win a series. So that's one thing about this Celtics team that encourages me that they can make a deep run. The second thing is, while this offense is inconsistent, under Joe Mazzulla, this defense has been incredible. And I think that has been a stronghold consistency for this Celtics team. And if you can play good defense, defense wins championships. They say it constantly. And Joe Mazzulla, I think, is establishing himself as one of the best defensive coaches in the NBA.
I would disagree with that.
Really?
I think he's more so establishing himself as one of the best offensive coaches in the game today, because right now the game is live or die by the three, and the Celtics just happen to be the best team.
They're the masters of it.
I hate how you are right about that the Celtics are the best, are a three-point shooting team, but that is what they are. They are the master of shooting the three, and it's painful to say, but it's hard to rely on that for a long stretch of time because you do have to play good defense. I'm not saying he has a bad defensive structure. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think he is the master of the defensive structure like he is the master of the three.
I mean, I'm impressed that you're actually hyping up the Boston Celtics coach right now. I was talking about, he's a great defensive mind, and then you double down and say he's a good offensive mind too. So with that,
I take it all back.
Could you just say Joe Mazzulla Coach of the Year right there?
No, actually, realistically, I think there is a world where he does it, and I will tell you why. Because Tatum was out for, how many games did Tatum end up missing? 65?
Yeah, almost 65. I mean, he got back at the start of March, so you're really only playing a month and a half of the season. It's a 6-month season.